Hi everybody, my name is Jerry. For the Nursing Informatics interview, I had the pleasure of interviewing Dr. Toro. She is an MBA, DNP, MSN, RN. She's basically done it all. Her time in a smaller hospital when she was ER manager, during the time the EMRs were being built, they were switching from paper to the electronic medical records. She was actually the person at her hospital to help build this whole EHR kind of system. So it's really interesting to talk to her. I was not surprised by her answers because we all know Dr. Toro, and Dr. Toro has done it all. She's been through the ringer, through COVID, through SARS. She's done everything. So I wasn't surprised by her answers. She always has the answers. One of the questions that I asked her was if she thought that we needed experience to be in the field of informatics, or if we could just go from our MSN to informatics. And her answer was very simple. She thought that everybody that in the nursing field, you need to start somewhere. So she feels like to be a good nurse and to be a good nurse in a specialty, you actually have to have experience. So she believes to start at the bottom, get some experience, and then go to specialties, including informatics. She explained that she would not be where she was. She would not have the answers. She would not have the input into the EHR that she built if she did not first go through, she's been through everything, so ER, OB, all flight nursing, all of the things that she's done. She has prepared her to have the input that we need into the EHR system. So I thought that her answers were really interesting. I liked that she put into perspective how important it is to have nurses input into the EHR system, which goes into the how will completing the interview impact my practice. It kind of puts into perspective how important it is, not just during our practice, but it keeps going. Informatics is always growing. It's always adapting. The example that she used was during SARS, when her hospital was going through SARS and they had to go to the CDC and give them the data, just like during COVID. There was no questions built into the EHR system that would collect the data that they needed. So it was really interesting to see that she had to come up with questions. She had to, along with the doctors and other nurses, come up with the questions for the data to be inputted in so they could collect the correct data. And the same thing happened with COVID. We would not have the information that we need per hospital, per doctor's office, per patient to be able to submit that information to the CDC for accuracy if we did not have those. So she was that person that built it for the original SARS. Also, she made a good point that the HRs are always moving, they're always growing, they're always changing, so nurses will always be an important factor into growing, into making sure that we're collecting the correct data, we're using that data to help quality, patient outcomes, all of those things. So I thought that the interview went really well. I'm so happy that she was able to answer all of my questions. She did bring a lot of insight into our curriculum at our College of Nursing. She said that she's the person that helps put the algorithms together, and she has to submit the curriculums to the board for approval for each new class, and she has to do it minute by minute. So we all think that the classes are not as well thought out as we thought they would be, because these classes are crazy. They're on top of work, on top of everything else that we have to do. But people like Dr. Toro, like informatics nurses, they are the ones that have to, minute by minute, submit to the board for approval, and every minute has to be accounted for, which I thought was really cool. So, just to reiterate, without informatics, we don't have data, and without data, we can't work on how to improve the hospital's or patient outcomes. So, I look forward to helping my hospital in the future have the correct information on it from a nurse's perspective. I hope you all have a good day. Thank you so much.